Om Shanti and welcome, soul to soul. And we're going to look at ourselves. It's called me, meaning ourselves, under the microscope. And it's interesting because we don't really look at ourselves in that way. We look at others maybe in that way. That doesn't do us much good, just to look at ourselves in that way, not at others. So you're a brave soul to embark on a journey of discovering the true self. Hardly anyone ever looks at the true self. There's so many stories to unravel for your own life journey. And layers of emotions within ourselves to understand. But to put yourself under the microscope, this is like giving a gift to the self. It's a very wonderful thing to do. It's a gift for the self. A gift from you to yourself. You can get to know the true self and appreciate all that you are. This inner attention helps me develop soul awareness, and then I don't react in any situation. And when there is a reaction of any kind in me, then it's a great chance to learn. Now, if I think someone is lacking peace, love, joy, or any other virtue, and if I get upset by this, then I'm also lacking in these qualities. Interesting, eh? We've spent our life blaming others and saying if only they were like this or like that or something else, and we never thought that the same was applying to me. So meditation keeps me focused on myself so that I don't blame others for their shortcomings. So keeping the microscope on myself, I can see where I need to develop. Am I tolerant? Is there inner strength? Others may have shortcomings. We all do. So meditation turns the spotlight on me. So then, what can I learn? I can check my reactions. I do not examine the motives and character of others in a critical way. So I enjoy being a spiritual scientist and examine the self and discovering the real self, the real you. So really interesting. It's the power of meditation actually that gives me the strength and also the humility to see that, gosh, I'm also like that if I'm honest with myself. And so if I keep doing this, I begin to get quite a clear picture of my own self. And when I get that clear picture, it changes the way I interact with others. I may not be able to become perfect immediately and think, oh, that's fine, oh, I won't find fault. Still the habits will be there, but slowly we begin to understand this is actually teaching me also. I also have those habits. And we never would have known this if we hadn't started to look and see how things work under the microscope. And so that's very, very amazing. Not everyone will be able to accept this, and the habits of blaming others, they're very strong. And reaction is hugely strong. And if I could stop reacting in a negative way, then my whole life would change. But I need power to stop reacting, and the power comes from practicing something very simple, practicing being peaceful. I am a being of peace, a soul, and that's my strength, my original nature, my foundation of being a human being. But we've forgotten this. It's so simple. We're so caught up with all the wow factors of life, the disturbances and anxieties and all the rest of it, but peace is my foundation, and my foundation is my strength. Okay?
Yeah, it does sound simple that you're just going on a journey of self-discovery. Everyone would just think, I know myself, I know who I am, I'm so-and-so. And you're saying you need to be brave and go under a microscope and it's a gift, and making it sound like something quite like a great adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Had you thought of that before meditation?
Oh, never. Never, not even after, not even when I first started, because it takes time. It takes time to encourage yourself to go beyond your own arrogance and self-doubt and blaming others and overreacting and all that kind of thing. We will react a lot for a long time. There'll be more smaller reactions, but we'll still react. Yeah. But we teach ourselves not to act, not to react negatively.
So what are the gifts? What are the big benefits? If I need to be very brave to do this, and it's not something that people just think about in an everyday way, think, oh, I think I'll go on a journey of deep self-discovery. What are the main benefits? Why bother?
Well, inner peace, inner power. You'll have power to face things, you'll have power to tolerate things, you'll have power to do the things you want rather than the things that are things that you'd rather not be involved with. It gives you power in relationships, it gives you power for your health, it gives you power for every area of your life.
So I need power to live my life.
Power to live your life.
And if I examine myself, I'm going to get more power.
More power.
How does that work?
Well, everyone's individual, but the more you can see that you can make a small change within yourself, that change will have a great benefit in your lifestyle. And not everyone will put that change into their lives, even if they see it. But the thing is that it is like, it's worth its weight in gold. It's invaluable to see the little increments in the self that can give me my self-respect, to such an extent, I don't mind what anyone says about me. I'm not hurt by anything anymore. Also, if we're healthier, we're not so fearful about what's happening to me in my life and all that different, all the areas, really, so many areas. Take me a week to go through all the areas.
So you're kind of likening this power to like self-control. It's got a lot to do with stability and like almost being impervious.
Yes, yes.
To the effects of the world.
Yeah. Whilst also being open to, with an open heart, to help the self and help the world. It's not that you become cold and couldn't care less. You think, well, I'm also like that, or I was also like this, or I changed that, and I found it was so good for me. And not just that, but happiness comes. True happiness comes when you start to adjust the way we are on a personal level.
Does it always feel like an effort, or do you think it becomes just a kind of natural way of being, that you're constantly just checking in on yourself? Or do you think it always requires effort and attention?
No, it's. I think you begin to see that you don't want to lose attention, and it becomes not so much an effort, so much as, oh, thank goodness, I've noticed that. So it becomes something that keeps you very light-hearted, keeps you happy. It's not a big effort as such, because it's something that's making you healthier and happier, and maybe even friendlier, and maybe having even more friendliness with your friends. That's benefits.
Well, certainly if you're not blaming other people,
no,
your friends might be happier.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay.
So do you have any tricks or tips or just daily things to put in place that keep yourself under the microscope?
Well, if you could remember that each one of us is a soul. Your friend's a soul, your mother's a soul, your father's a soul, your children are souls. And their original nature is very beautiful. They're full of power, full of strength. Actually, if you think of it, babies and children actually rule their parents to a certain extent because they're so powerful. They have a lot of power, willpower, because they're fresh and new in their new life. And so we want to become fresh and new and refreshed. And to do that, you do need meditation, which is taking a little bit of time to have a look at your moods and your anxieties and your bad temper and all these different things that we have that come up for us. And see that there isn't any need for that once I get the power back of my peaceful energy. Peaceful energy is like a magic wand. It's not like, oh, peace. It's like a magic wand. It's a gift. And it's a gift you can give to the self over and over. So, meditation. Seeing others as souls. And as souls, you see that they have inside, inbuilt into them, and it's not that some have and some don't, the energy of peace. No matter how much they kick and squeal and shout and rant and rave, inside them is the energy of peace, their natural nature. Okay. Om Shanti. Some of the benefits of meditation can be like putting the self under the microscope. First of all, to sit comfortably and relaxed and visualize yourself in the center of the forehead, a point of light, the energy, the soul, the being of light. And see the self. You're a brave soul, and you're about to embark on a journey of discovering your true self. And there's so many stories to unravel. And layers of emotions to understand. Usually we don't make the time to see any of this. But when I sit in stillness, it can be very interesting what I can discover about myself. So to put yourself under the microscope is a gift to the self. And you can get to know the true self and appreciate all that you are. And when I have this inner attention, this can help me to develop soul awareness. And then I won't react negatively in any situation. I am the soul, and my original energy is peace. This appears to be the magic, because it creates a different energy in my brain, in my mind. And when there is any reaction in me, it's a great chance to learn. Things that I may not have noticed before. If I think someone is lacking in peace, love, joy, or any other virtue, and if I get upset by this, then I'm also lacking. So when we practice meditation, it can keep us focused on ourselves so that I don't blame others for their shortcomings. So when I keep the microscope on myself, I can then see what I need to develop and ask myself questions. Am I tolerant? I am the soul, and my original energy is peace. Do I have inner strength? Others may have shortcomings, but we all do. And meditation turns the spotlight on me. What can I learn? So through meditation I can check my reactions. I don't examine the motives and character of others in a critical way. Enjoy being a spiritual scientist and examine yourself and discover the real you. I am the soul, and my original energy is peace. And the method to sit still and peacefully, focusing on the center of the forehead, feeling the peace that is our original nature. I am a soul, a being of light. And I want to discover the best in myself. A being of energy. The peaceful, beautiful energy. The peaceful, beautiful energy. The peaceful, beautiful energy. Om Shanti.